Welcome to Love in Life, a guide to a positive mindset. My name's Lisa and I'm here to help you unlock the secrets to a happier, more confident and more fulfilling life. In the first 99 episodes, we explored not just practical tools that can elevate your mindset and your life, but also delved into the spiritual aspects like the power of crystals, universal laws and energy healing. Whether you're new or returning, let's continue this inspiring journey of growth and self-discovery together. Welcome to Love in Life. Today is a very special day. Today is the 8th day of the 8th month, which is known as the Lionsgate Portal. I am going to tell you why this is so important today. This is such an important day. I'm going to get straight into this today. So if you're a regular listener and you like to hear all about where the highest number of downloads comes and little updates from me, then make sure you stay till the end today because I'm going to do it at the end. So today is the Lionsgate Portal. Now, this is said to be the most powerful time of the year in terms of manifesting. So why is it? So the significance of the number 8. So today is the 8th day of the 8th month. And the significance of the number 8. Okay, that's where we're going to start today. So in numerology, sorry, my notes are down here. Numerology, the number 8 represents financial abundance. It represents wealth and success. It represents the balance between life and universal energies. So it's tying everything together. The number 8 in angel numbers is a message from your guides that your actions are going to pay off. So that is why it's such a great day for manifesting. I mean, ideally, you would have been starting the manifesting process before this date, but it's never too late. It's never too late. So the fact that today is the 8th of the 8th, that is 2 8s. That is double the energy. So all of these things, financial abundance, success, harmony, that harmony of life, universal energy, and this sign from the guides that your actions are going to pay off. This is double today. Okay, so that's all about the number 8. Why is it called Lionsgate? Why is it called the Lionsgate Portal? So today, the star Sirius, which is the brightest star in the sky, aligns with the sun, well, the earth and the sun. Okay, so we have got that alignment. We have got that peak of energy that we are receiving from the brightest star in the sky. Apparently, and now I'm no astrologer, but apparently Sirius is double the size of the sun. So you think about the energy that we receive from our sun. This is double that energy. Now, the reason why it's called the Lionsgate Portal is because the alignment of Sirius with the earth and the sun always happens in the Leo season. Hence, where it's got its name from. Leo is associated with the lion. Now, this energy starts to build up. The alignment starts to happen about a week before and then until about a week after the 8th. But this energy peaks today. The alignment happens today on the 8th. Hence why it is known by many people in the spiritual world, in the astronomy world, as the most powerful time for manifesting because of that peak of energy, that high vibrational frequency. This peak of energy creates a high vibe frequency that affects us all, whether you're aware of it or not. Now, I just wanted to have a look at what is the significance of the lion as well. So a lion, the spiritual significance of a lion is strength, courage, leadership, and divine power. So all of these qualities that are within us all, strength, courage, whether you feel that or not, that is within us all. We have the power to manifest something really powerful throughout this Lionsgate Portal. So whatever it is you've been trying to manifest, trying to make happen, whatever idea you've had, whatever thing you want to achieve, whatever goal you've got, like really focusing on that today and these next few days following. So the next week or so is going to be a really powerful time for you to focus on that. Now, not only have we got the Lionsgate Portal, we also have tomorrow on the 9th, we also have the energy from the full moon. This has happened to synchronize with the peak of the Lionsgate Portal on the 8th of the 8th. And tomorrow we have the full moon, the Sturgeon Full Moon. So we have got double the energy in the same amount of time. So the Sturgeon Full Moon is a really important one because it's the last full moon of the summer of 2025. The reason why the August full moon is called the Sturgeon Full Moon is because apparently sturgeon fish were in abundance in the Great Lakes of America. So again, we have got that link with abundance, okay? Abundance of sturgeon. Now, what does a sturgeon represent? So the significance of a sturgeon is longevity, wisdom, and perseverance. Longevity, because they can live up to 150 years apparently. Wisdom and perseverance. It's said to be known to many as a sacred animal, bringing good luck and, guess what? Abundance. So hopefully all of this talk about abundance, you are seeing why it's such a key time for manifesting. All of this energy, all of this abundance. Like, abundance doesn't have to mean money, by the way. Abundance of love, abundance of happiness, abundance of gratitude, like whatever it is you want an abundance of in your life, now is the time to set intentions to receive that. And when I've looked up what is the meaning of the Sturgeon Full Moon, it says, you will now see the realization of a dearly important personal project, hope, or dream. You must stand in your power and assert yourself and command your way like your royalty. So this is a time where we have to know what we want and demand to ourselves that we are going to have that. Hey, just a quick moment whilst I've got you. If you're enjoying this episode, don't forget to grab your free positivity reset map. It's a quick, beautiful guide I created with affirmations and journaling prompts to help you feel more in flow day by day. And if you love that little reset, you'll probably love the membership too. It's where we go deeper with chakra themes, support, and gentle accountability to keep you feeling aligned. You'll find everything linked in the show notes. That we deserve that. So this would also be a really good time to work with your solar plexus. Okay, because of all of this energy, the Lionsgate Portal, the Sturgeon Full Moon, that is a lot of energy. So there might be a few symptoms that you might be feeling with all this extra energy that is, I don't want to say hanging over us, but it could be weighing us down. We don't want it to weigh us down because that is going to lower your vibration. So just look out for some of these signs. So you might be noticing emotional overwhelm. You might be noticing mood swings. I mean, depending on what period of life you're in, you might be experiencing these things anyway. You might be experiencing some anxiety or headaches, and you might be feeling fatigued. Again, obviously that there's a lot of energy to deal with. So my advice to you is to find a way to, because these things can bring your vibration down, do lots of things that raise your vibration. So what makes you happy? What makes you feel like really positive, really giddy, really optimistic? Like, is it certain people that you're around? And if you can't see those people, can you speak to them? What activities do you like to do that really make you feel good? Do you like to go out for a run? Do you like to go out for a walk in nature? Do you like to rest lots? And that is another piece of advice, is because of all this energy, whilst I'm advising you to go out and do all these things that make you feel great, you need to be able to rest as well. We need to be able to rest from this intense energy. And full moons do traditionally ask for us to rest and rejuvenate. Again, because it's high energy, we have got that energy of the full moon. So, but this one is going to stimulate our creativity and help us achieve our goals and ambitions because of its links to the Lionsgate Portal. So this is a particularly intense full moon. By the way, to find out any more about, because I'm not an astronomer, astrologer, whatever the fucking word is, I know I always get mixed up with this, but either way, astronomy, I think that's what it is. Anyway, take a look at the likes of Kirsty Gallagher. There's a guy called Matt Cook who he's like really hot on spirituality and angel numbers and stuff like this. Like, if you need any more of this Lionsgate or full moon explained to you, then check out those people. And what's her name? Kimberly Gallagher, who is Feng Shui Flow. Check those guys out because they've all given some really good explanations of the significance of not only the Lionsgate, but also the full moon. Okay, so we've talked about the significance of the number 8. We've talked about why it's called the Lionsgate. We've talked about the synchronicity with the full moon that we've got, and looked at some symptoms that we might be feeling. So what can we do with all of this? Like, it's a lot of information to take in. And it's such a powerful time. Like, what do we do with all of this? So now is the time. And obviously you might not necessarily be listening to this on the 8th of the 8th, but it's not too late. It's never too late unless you tell yourself it is. So whatever date you're listening to this, get clear on your manifestation if you've got one. If you haven't, then get ready for a new idea to come through. So another piece of advice to you is to ditch the distractions today, especially. Like, we want to be open to receiving the benefits of this high vibrational frequency, because this is going to align us with our higher self. And in order to listen or to be open to messages from our higher self, we need to get rid of the distractions that will stop us having those ideas, having those messages come through. So if you have got something that you want to manifest, that you're trying to manifest, set some intentions with that. And also write some positive affirmations that you can recite throughout the day for the next week or so. Okay. So when you are creating your positive affirmations, you want to make it as positive as you can. You want to make it in the present tense, not in the future. Otherwise it will always stay in the future. But you want to have no negative words. So it has to be all positive versions of what it is you want. Even if you are trying to manifest away from something you don't want anymore, you want to flip that. Like, what is the opposite to that? And that is what you want to create your positive affirmations around. So what can I give as an example? Okay, let's use, considering this is this Lionsgate Portal is all about financial abundance, wealth, success. Let's use something financial. So let's say you want to manifest not having any debt anymore. So rather than saying, I have no debt anymore, no and debt are negative words. So what is the opposite of having debt? I have an abundance of wealth flowing into my bank account. Simple as that. Just make sure that it's all positive words. Does that make sense? So when you've created your positive affirmations, like, do at least 2 to 3, keep reciting them throughout the day, and recite them at a time when you are high vibe, especially. Although, actually, reciting them when you're low vibe will raise your vibration. So just recite them all day, basically. But like, I was doing this whilst I was swimming this morning. Like when I'm swimming, my mind is free, apart from counting my lengths. But my mind is free. My mind is like open to receiving. So that is a great time for me to recite my affirmations. And given that this is such a high energy time, it's a high vibrational frequency, we need to align with that. In order to have success with our manifestations. So in order to align with that, we need to raise our vibration as much as we can. And what am I going to say? What is the easiest, quickest way to raise your vibration? Gratitude. What are you grateful for? Like, gratitude is the utmost important thing we can possibly do when it comes to manifesting. You've heard me say it a million times. What you put out there is what you will get back. So if you're grateful for what you have, you will have more of it. When you focus on what you do have that you're grateful for, you will get more of it. I'll say that again. What you put out, you will get back. If you want to throw some crystals in for extra manifesting power, then I would highly recommend using citrine or carnelian today. Citrine is associated with wealth, success, power, all the things that we've talked about today. Carnelian is linked with creativity, and it's said to increase energy and drive, which is obviously great for manifesting. It's a really high vibe crystal. So citrine, carnelian, they're going to be really helpful today. So in fact, I am going to put one in each of my pockets today, and that's what I'm going to use to help me enhance my manifesting practice today. So my top tips for making the most of this Lionsgate portal linked with the Sturgeon Full Moon is to ditch the distractions so you can get clear, and to rest, but also do things that make you feel high vibe. And finally, to get clear, not only on what it is you want, but also get clear on what it is that's holding you back, so as you can let go of those things, because if you've got these things holding you back, you are always going to be blocked by them. So that is a really good part for me to remind you about Fuzzy to Free, my 5-day workshop that we've got coming up next week. Now, this is the weird thing, right? Originally, I was going to do this Fuzzy to Free on, was it like the 23rd of July or something like that? It was meant to be last month, but obviously with my wisdom tooth fiasco, I had to change the date. Now, I was like, okay, what date should we do it? Went through my calendar. Let's do it on the 11th of August. Literally a date that I plucked out of thin air. I thought it gives me 3 weeks to get more people on board, because I hadn't really been promoting it. I did not intend to tie it in with the Lionsgate Portal and the Sturgeon Full Moon. Another crazy thing is I had a whole different episode planned out to talk about today. And for one reason or another, I never got round to recording it. I'm not going to blame Doofus, my new dog. Doofus, obviously, but we call him Doofus because he is a bit of a doofus, bless him. But because there's been so much going on with him, and he's a big distraction at the moment, I never got round to recording it. And then when I was in bed last night, I was like, why am I not doing an episode on the Lionsgate Portal when my episode comes out on the Lionsgate Portal? Like, I'm recording that on the morning of the Lionsgate Portal, hence why it may be a little bit late. But what I'm trying to say in my very long-winded way is this has all come together. This is all pulled together by some kind of divine synchronicity. And you know how much I love a synchronicity. So I really do think that that's the universe telling you to join me on Fuzzy to Free. So if you're not already signed up, we start on Monday. Whether you can join me or not, you will receive the emails that give you prompts on what it is you need to do for each day. Okay, so this is all happening at divine timing. I am so grateful for the universe for creating things like this for me. Do you know what I mean? It's amazing. Anyway, we have come to the end of the episode. I feel like I've crammed a lot in. I also feel like, have I given you enough? Like, there is so much exciting stuff to do with this period of time over the next week or so. So if you've got any questions, please do send them my way. Don't forget to check out those other people I mentioned as well if you just want to delve into it a little bit more, but you are welcome to send me questions. I want you to send me questions. So make sure you come on over to my Facebook group and ask me if there's anything else you want to know. That's it, I think. So as promised at the beginning of the show, as always, I want to thank the place with the highest amount of downloads from last week, which was Southwark in London. So hi to all you lot. Hi to all you Londoners. Hi to everybody. I say hi. We're coming to the end of the episode now, but you know what I mean. Thank you so much for joining me. I also want to shout out to one of the reviews that has put the biggest smile on my face ever. So I checked my reviews the other day and I had one review from a lovely person in the US, I don't know who it is, who called me a ray of sunshine, a genuine ray of sunshine. My aim in this is to spread positivity. So to be described as a ray of sunshine, that is like the biggest compliment. So thank you so much, whoever that was. I hope you're listening today and keep them coming. Like, they literally make my day. Those lovely reviews make my day. I might not always see them straight away, especially if you're from a different country, because there's like a delay of them coming through to me, but they always come through at the right time. So thank you so much. Okay, I hope to see you on Fuzzy to Free next week. If not, then I will see you next week when we'll talk about the episode that I did have planned, which actually does tie in nicely with this week's episode, because I've said to you that my top tip is ditch the distractions. Well, the episode that I had planned was about digital distractions. So there you go. There's another synchronicity. Make sure you are here next week so as you can hear everything I've got to say about that. I'll see you then. Bye. Thank you so much for listening today. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd be so grateful if you could take a moment to rate, review and subscribe to the podcast. Your feedback helps me reach more amazing people like you, and it means the world to me. And don't forget, you're always welcome to come over to my Facebook group and share what you loved about this episode. Until next time, enjoy the journey and keep loving life. One last thing before I go, actually, because I keep forgetting to remind people. Are you fed up with trying to manifest and having no success? On the 11th of August, I'm holding a free challenge. I say challenge, it's more of a workshop really. I'm holding a workshop that is going to help you find the blocks that are stopping you manifest. So if you join me, you can find out why you're still stuck in that job you hate, why you are still waking up at 4 a.m. filled with anxiety, and why you're getting up every morning repeating the same old habits. I'd love to have you joining me, so please head to the show notes and register your place on this amazing workshop. You are gonna learn so much, I promise you. Oh, and it doesn't matter where in the world you're joining me from, because all the sessions are going to be recorded and I will email prompts to you after. There's really no reason not to join me. I hope to see you then.